So yesterday we were to channel the break that Carmelo Anthony's father has a warrant out for his arrest. Now the father ain't the only one that has stuff on his sheet. The mother does as well. Now not only does the father have sticky fingers, but so does the mother. She's got theft charges as well. Now this is an interesting thing that I don't think anybody knows, right? But when Carmelo Anthony was 3 years old, his mother got pulled over. Now, when she got pulled over, the police officer comes up to the door and sees that Carmelo Anthony isn't in a child seat. This is a 3-year-old child that's not in a car seat. Nothing. No booster, nothing, right? Not restrained, not seat belted. He was just freely in the back seat while she was driving. She ended up getting a ticket for this, and somebody had to bring the car seat to her for her to continue to go on the road. Now, I know a lot of people's been tagging me in this guy's stuff, telling me to react to this, telling me to go at this guy. This guy is disgusting, right? The stuff he says about Austin Metcalf is probably even worse than what Charleston White's saying. And karma will get this guy one day. YouTube policies, I can't say what I want to say, but all these people on the internet wouldn't say this to the Metcalf's face. They wouldn't say it to Hunter's face, and they damn sure ain't gonna say it to my face. Let's go. All right, man. New Age plug. You did it again. You already know what it is. This is the YouTube Streets podcast, and this is the return of DVS straight off of vacation. How you doing, brother?
Doing well, plug. Can't complain.
That was a
Vacation has been well.
that was a long vacation. Hey, man. Okay, so we have a lot going on right now. I don't know if you know this, but we're in a little bit of a movement. We've gone viral on X. We've had multiple channels share our stuff. Some give us credit, some didn't. Shout out to Jumpsuit Pablo. He's actually been giving us credit. Other channels are like, they're, I want to start with this, DVS. They ran with this story for 2 days, and I'm talking multiple channels. And I could start naming them right now, and you'd be like, wait a minute, I remember them with the weight stuff. But they went on this campaign of talking about Carmelo Anthony Johnson.
You
Can
mean
you
like
believe this?
you mean like his
So
private area? Like
yeah,
his genitals?
yes. So Charleston
What is
White.
it with people obsessed with other people's penises?
I think they're just trying to find a reason why Carmelo, because it's hard for people to understand, and it's me too. And you too. We don't know what happened, right? We don't know what was going through his. We know what happened, but we don't know what was going through the mind of Carmelo Anthony. So Charleston White and the father, because he said he heard this from the father. Carmelo Anthony's father and Charleston White have been talking, and
Mm.
they've been pushing this story that Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony were at a pool party, and Carmelo Anthony gets out of the pool and his print showing, and I guess it made Austin Metcalf feel a type of way, or it made Carmelo feel a type of way, like he got made fun of for it, which it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like they're saying he got made, and I just never got it. But you got these channels that were pushing that instead of pushing some facts. Like the one of the facts right now that we're going with DBS that we know for a fact is Carmelo Anthony's dad has a warrant for his arrest. Which I always say, go handle your business, even if it's something small. Go handle it. It's out of Louisiana. Go handle it.
Yeah, I mean that comes into play with a lot of other things, man. You got to remember, he's in a spotlight. He's got the magnifying glass right on him. He's definitely not going along with the narrative that everybody would think. And he's got Charleston White in his ear, funding racism at its finest, man. This is race baiting. If anybody's contributing to race baiting, man, it is definitely Charleston White. And I want to know who his handler is and who's funding this shit, because this can't just be all his bright idea.
Well, they are saying that Charleston White. Some people are speculating Charleston White
Nah,
is
man, you
agent
know
of
what? I don't mean to
chaos.
cut you off. I'm
No, go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Charleston White is down with the Neon Crew, man, and the Neon Crew, and the Aiden crew and all those guys over there, they're all racist, man. They're 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 bathing in racism, all
Well,
of them
Aiden
together.
Ross gave $10,000 to the Metcalf family.
Listen, man, they're race baiting. This is some weird game they're playing, like Wall Street guys over there playing with money just to see who can be what and what. And I'm telling you, man,
So
this
you
is all
think
bullshit.
so
Yeah,
you
it's all race baiting. All of it is race bait, man. You seen Neon just now on Breakfast Club.
I haven't
Uh,
seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard
well,
about
when
it.
you do,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, holy shit. It all makes perfect sense.
Well, do you think Aiden Ross is the reason this is all starting? Why I don't think Aiden Ross would be like, "Yo, Charleston, go out there and be the opposite of what I am." I think, and Charleston White's already showed text messages or said them out loud that they
Well,
reached
he
out
wouldn't
to
have to
him.
do that. That's already established. That's already known. Now, behind the scenes, and both in their greedy ass ways, and whoever they're working for, because there's got to be handlers for these guys, man. They're race baiting so hard, man. It's so it's so evident and so obvious, man. You can see there's somebody behind the shit.
Well, they have. I was about to say earlier, they have been saying that the. I don't know if you know who this Sarah Fields lady is, but they're saying that she could be an agent. And this is not my opinion, y'all. Don't kill me. But they're saying that she could be an agent of chaos and she could be working with Charleston because she put a GoFundMe out to get enough money to be able to sue Charleston White because Charleston
Oh,
White's calling
really?
her a meth whore and all this stuff.
Now, is it if I'm not mistaken, plug?
Hmm.
If I got my facts straight, isn't it the same woman that has some sort of an abandonment record with abandoning her children? Something to do with
Yeah.
neglect?
Yeah, and I've been getting ate up in the comments about that. They're saying that she had an abusive husband and that's where that charge came from. So this is I don't know her story. I didn't look into they're saying do better research. What I'm supposed to go listen to her? I'll go get the paperwork and read the discovery. But this is the thing. What is how do you they're saying that she did that to protect her kid, but how do you abandon a kid to protect him? But it did have
Yeah,
say intent of return.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, once again, facts are a must. You got to have those discoveries or some sort of, you know,
But that
evidence.
charge is crazy in my eyes as a parent.
No, yeah, absolutely. And for you to actually be charged with it, that says a lot. They don't just go around, run around, and say, we're gonna charge you. It's got to be something serious. Like that's not a minor blemish on your jacket. That's a one hell of a burn mark.
Yeah, no, no, you're right. You're right. Um, so Charleston White is still in the picture on this. He actually said he missed London with Drake and Aiden Ross to stay and fight for the Carmelo Anthony family. He's texting Carmelo Anthony right now as we speak, probably.
Man, everybody knows that this is a hot topic. This is right off the press. So yeah, he's gonna want to get the money that he can out of this because as long as he's attached to it, everybody knows this is a racial issue. It makes it more of a racial issue the fact that he's even participating in implementing himself in whatever it is that's taking place. I heard he's paying for boxing lessons for Carmelo
Yeah,
Anthony.
yeah.
Man, so his father was supposed to do that way before he decided to pick up that knife. What are we doing?
Oh,
Come on, man.
whoa. You are 1000% correct. His father was supposed to teach him that before dude, repeat that again for the people, please.
Man, I think everybody heard what I said. His father was supposed to teach him that before he ever picked up that knife.
That gave me chills, bro.
The fact that Charleston White is doing it is a little slap in the face to me, but whatever. I guess we're getting ready for penitentiary or prison or whatever. That's not going to be there to save him. That's going to be a last resort. The only thing that's going to keep that kid uh, safe and well protected is some sort of funding, money, cash, currency, commissary, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be the only thing that keeps that boy safe.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have plenty of commissary because he's got.
And the other thing too is the fact that he's still a child. He's still a teenager. He's only 17.
He told
I
Charleston
think,
White that he wants to become a lawyer.
well, he could definitely do it in the prison system. I'll tell you that. Because
He's
you're going to have nothing but time to read case study and law. If that's really what you want, he could definitely achieve that without a doubt. 150%. He'll come out here probably the best lawyer there possibly could be.
I
But
think
the
people.
fact,
Yeah, go ahead.
my fault, I just want to say the fact that he's an adolescent, I think that has to hold some kind of weight, man. I don't think, once again, this is just my opinion. I'm always going to support this right here. I don't think he should have been charged as an adult. I believe that these were two teens and it should have stayed as such. The more you boost up these charges, the more you bring race and all kinds of craziness into it. Like now, it's not a child thing where kids are looking into this. This is an adult thing now. So now you're making the adults in the prison system aware of this case, which would make the racial tension inside of the prison. It's just bad for everybody, man. That's just how I feel.
And 18 is a position of vulnerability because you still live with your parents, and ultimately they're probably going to tell him to go all the way through. And there might be a point in this where he gets a plea deal, let's say hypothetically of 15 to 20 years.
He's got murder one.
He's got murder one.
It's either he goes to trial and beats it, or he goes to trial and goes to death row. It's one or the other.
Well, he can't get death. They already took that off the table.
All right, so then he's a lifer.
If you were
But
offered a plea deal for, if you were Carmelo offered a plea deal, because you've always said that if you're guilty, you would take the plea deal. It's when you're not guilty is when you actually take the trial. And I've heard the opposite from other people. But this is the way you maneuver. This is the way you've taken your plea deals, right? You feel like if you did it, give me a sweet deal.
yeah, if I did it, come on. What's the point of even putting myself in a deeper hole, knowing that the further I go with saying I didn't do it, and the more evidence they find and they bring up, I'm gonna look like a complete fucking idiot. Listen, what's the deal? I want to know. That kind of situation is where let's not even go through all this shit, especially if I can't win. You know what I mean? Like if so. Get the best deal possible, do your time, and hopefully change your life. And you ain't got to go through this shit again. But yeah, take that plea, man. Because if you go to trial and you blow trial, man, that's crazy. Especially if you did it. If you did it, cop out, take a plea.
So Carmelo has more of a, I don't know how to explain this, but like a more of like a fan, like, damn it, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but he's not as manly as people are envisioning him. He's not
He's a
manly.
kid. He's a
He's a
young
kid.
boy. He's
But
a young boy. He's yo. Listen,
but
this is.
Austin Metcalf had testosterone. Like he could fight. Carmelo Anthony can't fight. That's why he pulled out the knife. And that's why Charleston White's got these boxing lessons because he's gonna go to prison and he's ultimately gonna have to fight again. Or fight for the first time because he or do
I
this
mean,
is
it's
this is
always good to know
nasty.
how to fight first and foremost. You want to know how to
Yeah.
defend yourself by all means, right? Especially if you don't have a weapon or whatever. But this is something that's got to be taught from a young age. Like he's gonna get the I guess the training he needs, but really if it it's not really gonna do much. It's gonna be more of a money situation because he can't beat everybody, right? Unless he's gonna say fuck this fight and shit. I'm just gonna go back to stabbing. Then he might be able to. He might be able to. He'll have a chance. But that means he'll never be able to come home. That would be his life for the rest of his life. Because that's the only other thing you can do.
S-
Can't beat them all. And if they're all coming at you, you better get a weapon. So he's already familiar with that. So I don't know. This is something that should have been taught to him before he picked up the knife. Because he wouldn't have picked up the knife.
Charleston White, um, they're acting like they're paying, like they're acting like Charleston White's getting paid, and that's what we all speculated. We thought Charleston White's getting paid. But there was some stuff that he said in that car today that might be the opposite. He might be putting, because he's obviously the boxing thing. So if he's getting paid, why would he go and then put money towards a boxing thing? He's not. I don't think he's getting paid. I think he knows that this is getting he is getting paid through the views.
Man, this is investing, bro. He's investing in racial divide, man. This is what I'm telling you, plug.
Oh my God! Another. Please repeat that again. Oh.
He's investing in racial divide.
Oh my God.
So I want to know who the fuck is his handler, man? Who's giving him all these bright ideas? Because I know it's not just him. Because this does not help in any way, form, or fashion.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Investing into racial divide. He got him this book, The New Jim Crow. Now you bring up Jim Crow a lot. You say, what do you always say?
Whoa, whoa! I don't say Jim Crow.
Hey,
I say Willie Lynch.
oh,
I say that
oh, Willie
Willie
Lynch
Lynch
was
was
a
a real
real
person.
person. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, one last thing before we get out of here. Adam 22 calls Jeff Metcalf a cuck.
Yeah, that's him reflecting and projecting himself onto others.
Yeah,
Because we
he's
all
the
know that
cuck.
Adam is the king of all cucks.
That's that's a shout out to Ronnie Blue Eyes. When I talked to him on the phone, that's exactly what he said. He's like, "That's the pot kettle black." What is he talking about? He's the cuck. And I was like,
Yeah.
Ronnie, and shout out to Jeff, man, because no one's donating as much anymore to the Austin Metcalf family. They should be donating over Sarah Fields'. Like this lady covers. This is what you call grifting. This is a grifting maneuver, and
Whoa,
she
whoa, what
and
is grifting? Whoa, break that down for me. This is new lingo for me. Never heard this
grifting
before.
is basically what Colby Ryan did. Like his siblings died, and he goes and makes merch, or he goes and
Oh, he's a cat. He capitalizes off of the demise.
yes,
Oh, that's what a grifter
that's
is.
why we never done merch, bro. Like we get paid off of watch ads, and we cover. Dude, we did a whole episode on the LOL podcast.
I
We
remember that. They were
did.
grooming, they were grooming and grooming.
Oh, dude, we need to do an update video because
Oh, listen, you don't
listen.
even want to do an update video. You're gonna get pissed off because I seen something recently that
Go
was just
ahead.
like, what the fuck is going on? It just embraced it all. It's wild.
Yes, that's a whole other thing. LOL podcast is sick. It's like this is like the new Illuminati Disney over there, dude. I don't know what they
Yeah,
got
that was
going.
a good definition of that plug. That's definitely what it is. It's weird.
The new gen.
It's disgusting, man. Yeah, we'll get into that though.
But I told Whack 100 this when I was on his show, and I said, "You are one of the reasons why Carmelo Anthony committed this crime because this prison politics, and I don't know if it's the West Coast. He's in Texas, so it's the South, but it's West too. Like they still have West Coast politics a little
Yeah, the
bit.
West is leaking into the to the. I'm gonna say the yeah the it's leaking into the Southwest.
Like Texas was influenced by West Coast hip hop. Then they made
Yeah,
their own
it's
hip hop.
trickling. It's trickling its way across America. I'm starting to see a lot of the politics that are from the West Coast trying to creep over here, very lightly though. But yeah, nah, it's definitely something that's taking place, man. It seems like racial divide is like the main objective for right now and the time we're living. For whatever reason, I don't know, but that's what it seems like, man. And it's definitely starting from the prison politics.
How if this happened in New York, would it be the same charge? Would it be the same situation, or is
It
it
would it would have to be specifically um something. It would have to, it couldn't be a guessing game of this is a racial bullshit. It would have to be something that's definitely known to be a racist action, and that's like rare, very very rare. Everybody in New York City pretty much racially gets along. That's not like the first thing on the agenda to go for. You know what I mean? Like that's way down the line before you even hit that nail. So, you know, it would have to be something that was said racially to actually, get this much attention. Because kid, it's crazy, man. Kid, 32-year-old man just got killed down the block, man. I know him for about a month or two. He's got a puppy. My dog plays with his dog. Seemed like a good guy. Um, and he's gone now, man. He's done.
Oh man.
They shot him 7 times, man, and he's not coming back.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, man. And the puppy is sick, man. I'm talking about he's not eating, he's not moving. He last time I seen, his owner, his person, he was getting jumped, man, and he ain't never come back. He ain't never make it back. So, you know,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
but that happens every day. Happens
Every
every
day.
day. It's just sad. There's a puppy involved. Everybody's all. But if there wasn't a puppy involved, bro, it would be fucking just another fucking sad story, man.
Can I put you in before we leave one? I know I keep saying before we leave. This has been a long recording for us, really. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, shout
But
out there.
yeah, so it's raining, right? And I
Yep.
I want to put this in perspective. Austin Metcalf's track team was not all white boys. There was other black and white kids underneath that tent. Carmelo Anthony, when he came over to the tent and sat down, there was other people. There was other black people in there. He got singled out because he was a part of that crew. There was another kid that was is biracial that was next to Hunter, and he told you know what I'm saying. But let's go on Carmelo's end. If a black kid came up to him, would that same situation happen?
The way it seemed that this dude is just walking around with a knife, and he's not willing to throw his hands. He's looking for confrontation, or he's in a confrontation, and the first thing he resorts to
Well, he
is a
obviously
knife.
can't fight because they're getting a
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, we know that, right?
yeah.
Because for you to be, because I don't think anybody else had knives, right? I don't think this particular uh, group of, how would you call it, plug? I don't know. These kids didn't have the mindset to walk out their house with knives. You know what I mean? I think these kids were a little bit more innocent when it came to what was going on in their worlds, and I think Carmelo kind of fucking rained on everybody's parade and made them look. I know everybody that was there looks at life a lot differently, bro. The white fence and the sunflowers and rainbows, all that shit is like gone now. It's pretty crappy for those kids. So you know nobody else came out their house with a knife. So it's like a mindset, bro. Two different mindsets.
Imagine, I try to put myself in Carmelo's shoes, right? I think that he knew about WAC 100 in Clubhouse, and I think he knew about Charleston White and his ideology before this crime even got committed. I think when you see athletes performing and you're not out there, you start feeling the type of way. I think when
But
you know what I mean?
now I can't. I don't know. I can't get down with that because he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, right?
No, but he has raced in events before. We just don't know why he wasn't supposed to be racing in that event. His high school was there.
Oh, his high school was. Oh, he was suspended. Remember?
His Well, that's what that hasn't been confirmed.
This well, so that might be hearsay, allegedly, because
But
I've always heard that he was suspended
me
for
too.
having a knife.
So I'm pretty no 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 no. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure that he has and if he listen, they can come with some facts. I would love to see it and I would cover it, but I have not there's that's not in the paperwork. It just says that I think at one point in the paper someone says he wasn't supposed to be there.
What
Um
does that even mean?
See, they take that to racism, but there's other black kids that are supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't take it as first of all,
Well, that's what
I'm
Whack
not
did.
taking it
I'm
as
sorry.
race.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not taking it as race. I think what rules or infractions did he break on why he can't be there? Like, forget the race part. Like, what is it? Why wasn't he allowed to be there?
It's a good question. It's
I
a
mean,
good question.
cause
And
that's
and Whack's argument was, hey, it's not on school property. That was school property. That was school property.
yeah. Anything with fields with logos and school names that's school property.
So let's go back to before we get out of here. So the visual, right? The event happens. Carmelo Anthony runs straight to a teacher and admits, and because there's three different teachers that got a confession from Carmelo before he confessed to the cop, because the cop was on the buzz like, hey, we got the suspect, we allegedly, he's like, and then Carmelo cuts him off, says, no, not allegedly, I did it. But then this is the kicker, about 5 minutes later in the police car, he says, do you think that could have been self-defense? This is in paperwork.
See, this is where that adolescent mind comes into play, man, and charging him as an adult is kind of unfair because obviously he doesn't know. He didn't understand. And this goes back to a lot of things that I said before, Plug. I've been saying this for years. The algorithm has a lot to do with this shit. And I say that because the algorithm pitches out whatever it is that it feels would cater to your emotions, your heart rate, your eye twitching, because it's learning from you as well. But before I get into all that, this is something that's going to go back to AI. The feed that was feeding him whatever information that he was receiving put him in a place where he thought he was able to do this. And when the shit hit the fan and reality kicked in, and he realized I just did some shit that it is not the same feeling that I felt when I saw it on my algorithm, on my feed. Now this shit is real life shit. And now he's like, whoa, I'm going to profess, I'm going to say, because he really doesn't know. And for him to ask those questions just shows how young minded and, immature he really is to be charged as an adult, man.
Man, it's funny, and this is the funny. This is it isn't funny, but it's just ironic that Carmelo Anthony mentions to Charleston White, "Hey, you got that wrong. I never knew them." But all the other lies, let's go through all the other lies he didn't correct. He didn't correct when Charleston White was calling Austin Metcalf Fetty Austin or Fetty Metcalf whatever, fentanyl Austin. Like he was calling him, he's like George Floyd or whatever. Now George Floyd literally had fentanyl in his system.
Hold on, what? Say that one more time,
And if
because
you
I'm
want
not
to,
understanding comparison. Explain that to me one more
that's
time.
Charleston White. He calls Austin Metcalf the white people's George Floyd. It's not the
How?
same.
How do you even relate the two? How?
I don't know. That's what he
Well,
did.
that's you, and that's the crazy part because people would just fucking go with that. People would say, "Yeah, and it's not even like that, bro. Because it's like, yeah, if anything, you're taking away from George Floyd by even comparing this shit to that because it's not even on the same level. It's not. It has nothing to do with the other. So
Well,
this is what I
Austin
mean by the
Metcalf is more
race bait.
innocent than George Floyd, bro. Come on, man. George Floyd
It
had a
had whoa. What are
what?
you
What?
talking
A
about?
what?
What the fuck? You listen. I'm not talking. Look, I
No,
don't
no,
know
no,
where
no, no.
you're
Let's
going with
get no.
this.
We're going by
I don't know.
facts, bro. Austin
Well,
Metcalf has a zero
you're
rap
not
sheet.
following. You're not following on what I'm saying, man.
Oh lordy.
What I'm saying is
Let's get you back on
the
vacay.
two don't compare, bro. You can't even bring the cases together and compare the two. Go ahead.
I
I'll
didn't.
give you
That
the
was
shot.
Charleston White. Why are you
But
acting like I'm the one that
this is
brought
the
it up?
point. No, but this is my point. He's a race baiter. For him to have everybody confused and say, you know what, yeah, that's what it is. It's a George Floyd. Bro, it sounds so fucking stupid, but for people that are so ignorant and just going off of what it is that they hear, they're gonna start fucking repeating that shit, and that shit's gonna start flowing around, and that goes back to the whole race baiting situation. He's investing in racial divide.
He also mentioned that Austin Metcalf was on steroids,
What does that have to do
which
with
is not
anything?
true. Which is not true.
But even if that was an angle, what? So what?
And then jiu-jitsu, he says
So what? So you telling me this kid, Carmelo, did fucking homework on this kid and said, I'm gonna stab him. That's premeditated. That's basically what you're saying.
yeah,
You're not
yeah.
making a case for this kid, bro. If anything, you're fucking saying that this kid premeditated. You fucking idiots. It's all good. This is a super fuckery, bro.
But
I gotta go.
Carmelo, but,
I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is pissing me off, man. Fuck out of here. Shut up
but
and chat. I'm out of here.